So it turns out I really needed to talk about this film from Vinegar Syndrome's Lost Picture Show, Deep Inside, aka The Beach House. Written and directed by Joe Sarno. It was filmed at his future in-law's beach house on Fire Island and stars his future wife as Millicent. So I'll get back to me talking about the film at length. A vacay with the old sorority girls turns a group of friends against each other over sex and drama. Lots of sex and drama. The film, in my mind, can be broken down into 3 parts, marked by 3 events: the party, the storm, and the peaches. Ooh, the peaches. Spoilers if you ever want to watch the movie, because I'm going to get into some details here. So let me give you a rundown of the main characters here, the main players. Millicent, the main character, is the one who invited everybody to the beach house for a weekend, or a week. I don't really know how long this takes place in. There's Boy 1 and Norma, Jean and Linda, Neva, Pam and Bill, Boy 2 and Mavis, the woman who lives down the road, and the odd couple that seems to only play cards and screw. So Millicent is there pulling all the strings with all these people that she invited over. She's very manipulative about the whole thing. At first I'm like, okay, seems like she's, pulling some strings here, trying to play everybody against each other. And then it's very obvious afterwards, like, yeah, that's definitely what she'd be doing. She gets Linda to think about the last time she was there and slept with some married guy and ruined his marriage.
Feel sort of guilty about the whole thing.
Why?
I did introduce you to him.
She invites Pam's former lover, Harry.
You had to invite Harry. Why didn't he? Invited himself.
Well, he's the only one that showed up out of my past. I guess I should be glad about that.
Which makes Bill jealous. Bill's 6 months sober, and then Millie gets Norma to feed Bill's jealousy and feed him some booze. And oh my God, who is that? That tiny little angel. Such grace, such flow. We also see Linda talking to some guy while Pam and Harry are talking. Millie introduces Pam to Dawn, which was Millie, a guy who was obsessed with Millie and followed her around, like borderline stalker. He got a little crazy and she had to kind of shake him off. And then he shows up to the party and she's like, "Ooh, Pam, come here."
Pam Lewis.
Then she pays Boy 2 to act like he's in love with her, to make Mavis jealous, because she got a taste for the young, and even promises to pay him to sleep with Mavis.
Now, do you understand what I want you to do?
You mean you're gonna fix me up with that lady?
Well, not exactly. I'm going to give you $70 a week to be available, if she wants you.
Which he does. Linda takes a guy to the odd couple to hook up, because apparently that's a thing. Meanwhile, Bill's in the next room, just getting sloshed. Oh my God, there she is again, little fairy goddess. Next is a great sequence, silently cutting back and forth from Linda and Guy getting it on and Bill getting drunk. It goes back and forth with only the sounds of Linda and Guy and then sounds of Bill drinking, until Bill gets up and walks in the room to see if that's his wife Pam sexing.
Which room is my wife bumming around in?
But Pam's back at the party looking for him.
Milsey, I'm worried about Bill. He was here.
All while Millicent sets up Dawn.
Seems awfully worried about her husband.
He's a lush.
Pam goes back to find Bill hammered when Linda and Guy walk in and they witness him being belligerent.
All right, Pam?
They're bums, too. Get them out of here!
Linda and Guy go back to party, and oh my God, here she is again. My girl. So they tell everyone that Bill's getting belligerent, and
Call her a tramp.
even though he actually called her.
Lousy slut.
Then Dawn wants to get involved and try and save her.
Maybe I better go over there.
Oh, it'd be better if you stay away. For now.
And somehow Millicent convinces Pam to go out with Dawn. She's like, screw Bill, you don't need none of that. Then Linda's up late. She can't sleep. She tells her partner Jean she's having trouble sleeping. Jean tries to comfort her, but Linda pulls away. I think Jean wanted some happy time.
I'm sorry, Jean.
Linda asks Jean if there's something wrong with her for always wanting to go out with guys.
Do you think there's something wrong with me? I mean, wanting to be with men so much?
But Jean says, go get you some D. And things start to get real tense with Pam and Bill.
Going to bed.
Millie sets up my girl with this dude. I don't like that. Pam and Dawn are having some fun. Then enter Peaches. Now this isn't the Peaches part. This is a really good setup for the Peaches part. Jeannie bumps into Norma, who's sitting there eating a peach, and then invites Pam to go swimming with her. And Pam and Dawn do the dirty. Oh, and Millie just loves it.
We've got company. Pam and Dawn. Pam and Dawn.
She's like watching all these things set up. And my girl Neva, so cute. I mean, intrigued. Pam and Dawn discuss Bill while they're in bed.
What about you and Bill?
He hasn't even talked to me for over a week.
Cut to Bill. Wait, I think my girl Neva is with Jean and Linda. Maybe they're a trifecta. But Jean's jealous of her going out with some guy, Pete or some other.
He asked me to ask you to come, if you'd like.
Oh, I'd love to try surfing, but I've already made plans with Norma Greer to meet some of her friends.
Then, Linda craving some D again. So she goes to Odd Couple and is like,
Someone to make love to me.
and the guy says,
You stay right here, I'll get my wife.
and he did. Threesome. Then come the storm. Storm's starting to roll in, and Linda, Neva, Harry, and Pete go to the Odd Couple's house to escape the storm. Apparently it's windy and cold.
Ooh, we just came in to get warm. Hope you don't mind.
Of course not.
Well, that storm came up in a hell of a hurry, didn't it?
Flew over in a minute, didn't it?
Then Harry suggests they all go back to his hideaway.
Hey, listen, I got an idea. Suppose we four all go over to my place, over to my little hideaway, huh?
Linda and Harry get frisky on the floor. They get wild. My girl Neva and Pete are up on the bed watching, and I think Neva, she likes watching Linda. Ooh, she digs it. And here as the storm builds, everything starts to get very real. The camera work and editing style even shifts and starts to get more intentional. See, to this point it had been mostly like locked off, stagnant, 2 and 3 shots, more wide. Now we're cutting in close. Now we get close-ups of Queen Neva, shifting camera angles, and things start to feel a little more personal. And it's kind of in tandem with the sounds from the storm. And the odd wife comes in to give Bill a drink and a little something extra. And the thunder knocks. Jeannie's up pacing. Neva and Linda are out with their men. And I really feel for Jean. She's the only one not getting any. She's the only one who came out here just to have a good time. She's trying to go out and be with her girls. And they're all off doing something else. And she's the only one not getting any so far. Even though she wants it. She sees a bowl of peaches nearby. And she picks one up. Slow. Gently puts it to her lips. Vigorously takes a bite. Slowly chews as she pulls her blouse down. Rubs the peach around her mouth, her chin, her neck, until she's rubbing the juices all over her chest. And oh my God, I think this has awoken something in me. Okay, so Bill and Pam break up, then they get back together real quick. He's looking sober, but Millie's convinced he's not, and tries to convince Dawn to do something about it. And okay, now we're at the peach part. Jean gets flustered watching Norma eat a peach.
Do you have to eat that peach like that?
I love peaches.
And I get it. I really get it. So she invites her back to her room.
Will you come with me to my room?
Sure.
She watches Norma eat a peach, then takes a bite of her peach, and then starts to undress her to take a bite of her peach. And finally, Jeannie gets her some. She's the last person to really get sleazy. Meanwhile, Millicent is really trying to push Dawn to do more, but Pam is done. Then Dawn gets rough. Millie tells Pam to avoid him, and then he immediately comes to her.
Pam, I gotta talk to you.
And there she is, flowing like a sassy butterfly. Millicent is in full manipulation mode. Tries to get Dawn to do something about Bill, but Bill is sober, and Dawn starts to figure it out. Now he confronts Millicent in front of everybody on the beach, and all the secrets come out. Mavis joins in. Everything starts to just pour, and it's like the satisfaction of everybody starting to witness how manipulative she's been the whole time, until everybody's had enough with her and they leave her alone on that beach. Oh, what a wild ride. This has been one of the most weirdly fascinating movies I've watched in a long time. Like the ups and downs, the weird camera movement, those damn peaches. I want some peaches.
I see you love peaches too.